Hi there, this is John Hyman from Commercial Real Estate Online. Welcome to the podcast show for commercial real estate agents and brokers around the world. This is the podcast show where we like to share tips, tools and ideas in commercial real estate sales, leasing and property management. The audience for the program is large, so welcome, enjoy the program and take the ideas and use them in your commercial real estate business. The website to contact us is commercial-realestate-training.com. And now on with today's program. Commercial key accounts. The key accounts that you really want to do business with over time. Who are they? How do you work with them? How do you develop them? When you look at a key account client for your commercial real estate business and the various members of the account, you can quickly see the necessity to have your top executive team also involved in the contact process at a high level. In other words, a key account is a client that's going to give you lots of business in different ways over time. So you need all of the members of your team with the right skills to engage with that key account at the right times. A typical critical account, a key account in commercial property, will potentially be a long-term client in many different ways. And there are many variations of the business for you to service, offer and move into. And that's why you can work with different people within your brokerage to help that engagement be successful for you over time. Now, top agents in commercial real estate, in brokerages, they would typically have several key accounts, if not maybe 10. And each of those critical accounts would own, buy, sell, or develop large assets locally or regionally. Think about your key accounts now. How do you work with them? Who are they? Why are they key accounts for you? Of course, some key accounts will be corporations owning several properties and or investors owning the larger groups of properties by type, by location, thereby forming a portfolio of assets for reasons important to them. With these people and groups, commercial, industrial and retail property sales, leasing and property management requirements are likely to exist on several properties in select locations and situations. And that, of course, will change through the year. That's why they are key accounts and that's why you connect with them frequently. More reason to have your experienced members of your team engaging with the client in several different ways. So let's look at it a bit further. Key account best practice. Best practice says that you should not leave the contact process with a critical account or a key account to just one person in your business, particularly with the larger company accounts, the corporations, the investors. Get multiple people involved from your team at different levels, with the specialist skills that that client may require. Recognize that the skills of leasing, sales, marketing, investment, property management are all very different. Indeed, have one key account manager as the point of primary contact and coordination, but recognize the need to have your top people talking to their top people, particularly in the corporation sense of a key account. Coordinate your people and all the connections and the communications. Trace and track all possible contacts and the personnel in the critical account that could be involved with property selection, use, investment or occupancy. And recognize that that critical account, that key account, could have many different property needs as the cycles of property change. Be there for them. Talk to them frequently. Recognize that your services are special and unique and can help that key account at the right time in the right way. So the information consolidation for those key accounts, what can you do? The higher the level of contact that you make with a key customer, a key account, a critical customer in commercial property, the greater the amount of information that is likely to be gleaned and of course should be kept. They say that information is a valuable resource, and certainly it is. And that is very much the case in commercial real estate, critical account or key account development and management. So here are some questions to consider as part of that with your real estate business. What properties do they own now, and why is that the case? Where are those properties located? How do they select and use the properties that they occupy or own? How will the critical account business or the group prioritise property use and choices over time? How will that critical account be impacted by the current property environment, the economic environment for the particular location? What types of property services will you need to provide and or introduce to the critical key account relationship? And what is the timeline and the priorities for the critical account when it comes to property sales, purchase and holdings? Of course, the timeline in any property ownership situation is always unique to the owner, unique to the investor, unique to the corporation. They will own those properties for a certain period of time, and they will know why they need to be there and how they use or invest in that property. So getting close to a key account, a VIP client, will help you understand all of that, to help you grow the relationship and be there for them when they need some more property help. So how can you start to work on all of this? Capture and interpret property and investment information from all of your clients and create a master file as a property ownership record on your database. Now that's from all of your clients. In doing that, you can then cross-reference all known property requirements, ownership and property-related situations. From that fact, you can then determine who the VIPs are and why you should be connecting with them more closely and directly. It's then a practical way of sharing account information in your brokerage as well of the selected key accounts. When you have information, you can engage with the other people in your brokerage regards the special needs of that critical key account. So the message here is this: ensure that the top members of your team know who a critical account is and why that is the case. All members of your whole account team can be made fully aware of the essential communication information, the special needs, and the current property ownership facts for that key account. It does mean, of course, that your list management, your property information for that key account should be deep and direct. There should be lots of information on your database that you can work with and work through. So your database becomes very much an important part of your real estate business and for you yourself as well. So your key account plan, what can you do? How can you work with that? Let's think about it. Some ideas to help you with your corporate key account client contact. This is the corporate client, okay? The business, the corporation that has property ownership activity. Number one, put a member of your property team into the client's business for a period of days or maybe weeks to see what they do with property ownership and how they use that property, and see how you can help further with their property business processes or use from a property perspective. Number two, seed some ideas into the client's property use and processes where you can identify changes or advantages to them with expansion, relocation, use or renovation. A simple graph or a set of property prices and rental statistics may be all that's required to attract their attention when it comes to more investment, perhaps a relocation, perhaps using their properties differently. Because property is a cost to them on their balance sheet. If they are owning the property that they are in, then the whole future of their investment is important to their bottom line. Number three, many corporate clients will have property priorities that are complex and driven by their business model, their manufacturing, their sales, their investment plans over time. That's why getting close to that client, the corporate client over time, is so important to understand how their business activities are impacted by property use and occupancy. Number four, every 6 months or so, look at your property performance indicators for servicing the critical client, the key clients. Ensure that you are meeting with their property activity, their needs, their expectations as required and as identified, that you are meeting with those expectations because they will change. That means you're engaging with that key client frequently over time. These are different people than your standard prospects. These are different people that you need to service at a deeper and more direct level. Recognize that and use it in your business model. So a well-managed key client in corporate real estate will lead to more new business over time. Some sales, of course, some leasings and property management activity. That's why you maintain that higher level of engagement. And you should have, of course, a separate list in your database or your spreadsheet or whatever it is to know who these key clients are, understand your engagement strategies and what you're doing with them over time. Now, how many VIPs or key clients do you need? Well, maybe 10, maybe up to 25, but beyond that, it's just too hard to service them. And probably 10 is a good number to work with deeply and directly. And of course, there will be potential referral business from that as well. Engage with these important clients, specifically over time, more frequently than the other people that you know. That is how you build a key account or critical client engagement strategy, and over time that has great benefits for you as a real estate agent in your location. And so that was the program today, all about commercial real estate in many different ways. Things for you to do, think about, and change in your real estate business. Don't forget to visit our website at commercial-real-estate-training.com. Join the community online. We send out plenty of resources regularly to our commercial real estate brokerage friends around the world. This is John Hyman signing off for now. I look forward to speaking to you very soon about commercial real estate around the world. Catch you soon.